I'm just gonna be honest, and I'm gonna express myself, and I'm gonna be serious. Okay, Melanie Mac, we all know her, and she's a content creator who is usually just big for gaming, and now putting negative drama upon religion and trying to put it also upon others. If they're different, she will judge. Now, here's the thing: Christian, Catholic, they're all in the same timeline. They were together before it became something much more. Now, a lot of people mislead Christian or Catholics. You know, some Catholics mislead our own religion to where now you're just tarnishing your own religion. Now, why did JD Vance change from Christian to Catholic? Nobody knows this. This is not said. People just try to say it and criticize the other side for putting the truth. Now, JD Vance, he has switched from from Christian to Catholic for a reason. He tarnished the religion that he's in because let's just be honest, there are a lot of majority of people somewhat would just mislead it. Others will put the truth on the religion and put actual honesty. Now, the one side who would mislead religion, sorry, they would basically put God's name upon anyone just because they're different. And I don't know if you remember, I made a stream to upload as the video from the stream, right? And I literally said how people would just use religion as an excuse to judge others. And I read and I was looking at this is the real way, right? You do not judge a person in general because they're different looks or relations. God never supported that. Okay, God does not support that. Why are you making it look like God would judge anyone? God is holy. He is light. He is enlightenment. He does not judge anyone because they are different and they are the way who they are. They are who they are. And if that person's relationship is something, that's their business. Nobody should be putting the religion on someone else's life. Why does it matter to you if that person is in a type of relationship that is different from you? Because everybody's relationship is their own business. You do not get into people's businesses just because the type of relationships they have as a love life, okay? That guy could be in love with a guy. Who cares? That's none of my business. That lady could be in a relationship with a guy. That's none of my business. She could be in a relationship with a woman. That's none of my business. That guy, a relationship with a woman. That's none of my business. None of these are any of our businesses. Your relationship is your business, not other people's relationship. Other people's relationship is none of your business, and it's none of mine. So you should respect other people. And then you say, just because that person is a drag queen, he's a what do you call it? What? A child abuser? A sex offender just because he's different? Not because he didn't do nothing. These people never did nothing. You have the criminal people that would usually do something, but one side and the other, those are not the criminal. The criminal is someone who just does something bad and has a record of criminal actions. Okay? And some people, if they did something bad in the past, they would usually try to clear up their name. Others, if they're just plain old criminal and they're in the record as a just plain old criminal, then those are the type of people you want to look up. Now, you got people in the government that'll put false information, and that is not the side that is helping. It is the side that screws it up. They want to censor the law. And I'm not trying to put that guy who is in the White House. I'm trying to put things that people are judging. Why? Because you have Christians that don't want to do the things you do by misleading. And like I said, I know because I see different directions. Catholics have people that will mislead it by putting God's name upon others, just like what you have through Christians. But there's other sides of those religions that put the truth on their own religion. They defend their religion to prevent other people from trying to continue tarnishing it. Now, because J.D. Vance had tarnished Christians, he's not really doing it because he wants to change. He's doing it to continue doing what he did through Christian, his own religion. Why did Charlie Kirk got himself killed? And this is something that man never had to get involved with. He never had to be controlled by one guy in the White House. I'm just going to leave that one at that, okay? But people are going to get themselves a target. Why? Because they get themselves into that position. They want to do something and then they tarnish their own religion. Right? Why is J.D. Vance usually getting a lot of backlash? Yeah, because of misleading religion. From Christian to now Catholic. He's misleading both sides. Melonie Mack. That was weird. It said my game closed, but it didn't. But you're misleading everything. To where that's not really a good sign. Okay, you mislead it. You're just fucking yourself over. I gotta check some real quick. Sorry. Let me recheck this something issue happening. Yeah, I think Sony's, the PS4 is already getting outdated completely. So I'm using my PS4 at the moment. I'll be getting a replacement PS5. But like, you don't do that, man. You do not mislead religion and make an excuse to say there's a religion where you judge other people. In general, you don't. Religion or not, religion is used to teach people about the religion. But you use it to judge every other person by putting God's name upon others. What? I'm actually 5 years younger than Melonie Mack. And I'm pretty sure if she sees this, she's going to be like, oh, just because I'm old doesn't mean, just because I'm a mature woman, don't mean I don't have no knowledge. You have knowledge, but you're abusing that knowledge of religion in general. What kind of human being abuses religion by putting God's name upon others? No one. A person who is abusing religion and judging it upon others, they are considered the ones with mental health issues by saying shit that is so stupid. What? What in your right mind makes you think if you abuse religion by misleading it, you're the holy person? You're someone who's blessed by God for misleading? Hold on, guys. I might have to redo this stream. I gotta find out something with my system. I'll end this stream here and I'll let it upload.